Okay, so let's look at this. So we are asked to create a new function based on the transformations being done to f of x equals the absolute value of x. So I'm going to just take these in a couple pieces. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to translate the graph 2 units to the right. Reminder, when you are translating something left or right, that's an h value. So in other words, we are going to be replacing h with some number. In this case, I'm going to replace h. It's going to the right, so I'm going to replace it with a positive 2 because it's going to the right 2. If it had been to the left, I would have plugged in a negative 2, making it x minus minus 2, which would have been x plus 2. So from here, reminder how this works. Anything that's in the parentheses, so this stuff right here, you're going to replace x with that stuff. So I'm going to take x and replace it with x minus 2. So in this case, I'm going to get x minus 2. Next, it says we are supposed to follow this by a reflection in the y-axis. That's a vertical reflection. We're going to reflect it over the y-axis. So, sorry, that's a horizontal reflection. We're going to reflect it across the y-axis. Reminder what that means. When you're doing a horizontal reflection, I'm going to do an intermediary step here. I'm just going to call f of x minus 2. I'm just going to replace with h of x, just for simplicity. So when we are doing that type of reflection, a horizontal reflection across the y-axis, you replace x with negative x. So that means in my function, wherever I have x, I'm going to replace it with negative x. From here, we could simplify, but we are basically done. If we want to simplify, so I'm going to write my new function here. They told us to call it g of x, I'll call it g of x. If I wanted to simplify, one of the things I could do is I could divide out a negative 1 out of both of these. There's a property that allows you to take the absolute value of both. And I'd be done with this. The absolute value of negative 1 is 1, so my final answer would be this. To emphasize, though, this is what I consider the important part, you getting to there, because that's showing that reflection across the y-axis.